This morning, 1 week after 20 children and 6 women were murdered at Sandy Hook Elementary School, the National Rifle Association holds a news conference here in Washington. NRA leaders will respond to the growing call for stricter gun laws. Bill Plante is at the White House. Bill, good morning.
Charlie, good morning to you. There's a petition on the White House website. It calls for new gun controls. They've gotten over 400,000 signatures. And officials here say that that is by far the biggest response they have ever gotten.
Well, I just wanted to take a minute today to respond and let you know we hear you.
The White House released this web video in which the president repeats his call for Congress to pass gun control legislation in the wake of the Newtown massacre.
If there's even one thing we can do as a country to protect our children, we have a responsibility to try.
The president put Vice President Biden in charge of the effort to develop new legislation by next month. Thursday marked the first meeting of his task force.
The president is absolutely committed to keeping his promise that we will act, and we will act in a way that is designed, even if, as he says, we could only save one life. We have to take action.
The National Rifle Association, which has said nothing in the weeks since the shootings, speaks out later today. But in its daily online news release Thursday, it showed no change in its long-held position that loosening rather than tightening gun restrictions would make the streets safer.
Many of these mass killers, they picked their targets for a reason, whether it was that school, whether it was a theater in Aurora, because they know nobody's going to be there to stop them. As you said, they're gun-free zones.
Attitudes about gun control have shifted modestly in the weeks since the Newtown tragedy. 49% of Americans now say it's more important to control gun ownership. 42% say it's more important to protect the rights of gun owners. A change since the movie theater shooting in Colorado this summer. That could put the National Rifle Association on the defensive.
They need to get in front of it, and they need to get in front of it fast.
Philip Stutz is a crisis management specialist.
They don't need to negotiate with themselves, and they don't need to go against their principles. But I think they need to come out and adamantly say, we will work to figure out a solution to this problem.
Meanwhile, of course, the president is trying to get new gun control laws while the public remains outraged against the killings in Newtown. But that may be a narrow window, as any new legislation will have to go to Congress. That could tie it up for months. Speaker Boehner says he's waiting to see what the vice president comes up with. Nora, Charlie, Gail.
All right. Thank you, Bill Plante.